Hello everybody. I hope we are good. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I was trying to make sure that I'm in touch with YouTube, the live chats. Good evening, everybody. I hope we're good. I hope we're doing well. Hope we're good. I hope we're doing well. How was our day? Hope our day went well. Yeah. Good evening. So let's. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Esther. Yeah, good evening. So just like quick one, how has it been so far? This is week two of the AI now bootcamp. How has it been so far? How's the learning been so far? Yes, my day went well. How has it been so far? I mean, just to get feedback, how's it been so far? Good evening. Good evening. It's been good. Okay. For us that are probably not too familiar with Python, how has it been? Right? How has it been? Yeah, for today we'll continue with we are not done with the working on specific use case. Think we have the question and answer and we have question and answer and what else? And summarization and building a summarization app with Gradio. Right? So we don't have that yet. So I think that would we try and work on. Um, Olajide says tedious but awesome. Hold on, very interesting. As for Python, I'm getting there. Nice, nice. Well done. I think when we start with prompting, don't worry. I think the prompt engineering is going to be a bit very easy. Even if there is a notebook for that, I'll try as much as possible not to um not to make it a bit I'll try as much as possible not to go to the technical aspect of the prompt engineering. I'll try to see how at least we can just do something very, very simple and straight to the point. That would work. Are we still using yesterday's notes? Yes, we would still use yesterday's notebook. We'll still use yesterday's notebook because we are not done. We are not actually done. So we'll still use yesterday's notebook. We're not done. We're not done with that. Okay, sorry. Trying to charge this. Okay. This is my fourth class. I couldn't access LMS. I pray God Almighty help me. Welcome, Oluwakemi. If this is your first class. Um, yeah. About attendance, I think you can mark the attendance. You can mark the attendance. You have to. You can talk to the assistants. They'll help with that. All right. Yeah, my day was splendid. Okay, so maybe I should just go ahead and share my screen. I'll go ahead and share my screen right now so we can maybe just do like a bit of recap of what we started with yesterday. Okay, so just share my screen now. Share screen. So please, I hope we can see my screen. Oh, I hope we can see my screen. Please, I hope we can see my screen. Can you see my screen now? How about now, please? No, okay, not yet. Okay, not yet, not yet. Good evening, Genevieve. Um, Right, okay, interesting. Please, how about now? What's going on? Okay, how about now? Can you see my screen? Okay, yes. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that as a positive response. Okay, okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Today we'll continue with the specific use case. Then we'll now proceed to the prompt engineering, to the prompt engineering class, and so we'll continue with it. So we talked about sentiment analysis, talked about text summarization, and the chatbots and building a virtual assistant. Okay, I'll continue with the code along, right? So I'll continue with code along just because of I am trying to cater for we that are just starting off with writing Python codes. So it's easy for me to explain rather than just explain what's already on the notebook. But please, if you have the notebook, you can run. And also, just like yesterday, I probably will be tweaking some things in the code that was provided already. I'll continue tweaking some things. At the end of the day, it's just for us to understand and know that Python is not a two-way, it's not a rigid, it's not a rigid language. There are various ways to actually write Python scripts. So I'm trying to look into the charts. Okay, so first off, we'll continue with question and answer as one of the use with questions and answer as one of the use case that we have, right? And basically, it's just I think while I think I did a bit of introduction to this, right? It's just basically how you would allow the model answer questions for you. Basically, it still follows the old chatbots that we built yesterday. So just please just take this as a refresher. Yeah. So of course we'll get started by writing our function, and our function will name it question and answer. Question. Name it question and answer. Sorry. Question and answer. And in bracket we can just say let's see if we can just complete this. If we can complete this. Okay, let's just say questions. Yeah, questions. Yeah, questions. Then I'll remember to put my colon so Python doesn't yell at me. And for the role inside the role, I will just give I'll use a different approach. When in the role, I'll set rather than the typical way that we would write the code. I'll just set rule for the system and provide it a content. And why I'm doing this rather than the conventional just using an f string to state what the model should do, it's so that at least it's still another way to show that yes, it's supposed to just answer questions. It's supposed to just answer questions, provide answers to them. So this is just another way of doing it. You can still do it the usual way we've been running it, but I mean like I explained earlier, you can there are different ways to how you can tackle this. So I'll just go here, prompts, and I'll put in my square bracket. No, then I'll put in my curly brackets rather. I'll put in my curly bracket. So previous class we've already explained how the use of rows and content, how they are, right? We've talked about that. We've done a lot. We've done a lot on that. So we defined what the role should be. I'll define what the role should be. and not for the user now, for the system itself. And when I say the system, I mean the model itself. Then I would come here and I'll state the content of what the rule is. So then okay, I will try and zoom in again, but if it's about the screen still being blurred, it could be your network, Adidayo. So please. And also for the context, sorry, for the content, would set it up. Okay, so I think I was not supposed to guide with this. We'll set it up by just stating what it's supposed to be. So I would say you are an expert at answering questions, right? Because that is what it is. Um, you are an expert. Oh, sorry, they should be in double quotes. You're an expert at answering questions. At answering questions that has to do let's say that has to do with general studies, provide relevant explanations to the answers you provide. To the answers you provide. So I think this, okay, so you're an expert at answering questions that has to do with general studies, provide relevant information to the answers that you provide. Okay, so um all right, instead of relevant information, let's make it relevant reference, or let's just say reference you provide, because all references are relevant. Provide references. I think that provide references to the answers that you provide. And I'll go ahead and I'll close this. Okay, no, okay, it's already closed. Then yeah, I think this is okay. I think this is okay. So okay, go ahead. Oh yeah. This is fine. This is fine. Then I would set the message. The message is going to, I'll set the role for the user and the contents that the user would be putting in, which is just basically questions. Sorry, which is just basically questions. So yeah, message message equals to, at least by now we should be familiar with how we are doing this. We should be familiar with how we are doing this. I can just even press. We should be familiar with how we are doing this. This is, I mean, straight to the point, because we've spoken a lot about this. I'll put this in square bracket also just in case. We should be familiar with this. I think one question that you might probably want to ask is, when do we use square bracket, and when do we use curly bracket? It all depends on, most of the times. Sorry, Benita, what do you mean by, what are you not familiar with? It caught my attention. Okay, I would, yeah. So, yeah. So I'll just go ahead. Then, okay, then I'll set the response of how it should be. I mean, it has already completed it for me. Completed every. Oh yeah, nice. Remember, it's because I'm still using the notebook I continued with. So Python is already out. Oh, sorry. My collab notebook is already aware of the codes that it's going to predict what my next code will be. So I'll just complete it. Yeah, he said we should be familiar with it. Sorry, sorry. What exactly, Benta? What exactly these are I should be familiar with? Can you call my attention to that again, please? Thank you, because I honestly cannot remember. Oh, I do not have to. Interesting. The problem with completing my code is that I made some mistakes because I already set the messages already. I already read the message, so I think I'll just remove this. And I don't think I want any. I don't think I really want any mark token. So let's just. I give it the free will to generate um words that it can generate. So I'll just say the messages. Yeah, this was supposed to be S messages. It will be equals to this. Sorry, it will be equals to this. So it will still reflect to this. It will still reflect to this variable here. Trying to look at the like you said. Okay, like I said, yeah, like I said yesterday, I'm new to tech and Python. Oh, very understandable. Please, I hope you've been following, right? I really hope you've been following with I really hope you've been following with the class, right? And like I said, um always go on YouTube, go on YouTube, check on Python for beginners. You can use that to refresh. Then you can always still fall back this to this, so you would have like a better understanding, right? You have a better understanding of what is going on, please. What else am I Isaac asks, is Python a high level language? Yes, Python is a high level language and it's multi-purpose. You can even use it to you can use interestingly, there are packages in Python that even enable you to write front end to build front end of web apps. Existing packages like I mean Gradio is one. Streamlit, which is one of the most common one, right? You can build simple things, and of course Python is also a backend, is a core, it's a pretty good backend language too. And it's I mean it's very good. It's a very good language. Okay, so let me just finish this. I'll come back to the questions. I'll come back to the questions again. So um let me just make sure that I'm not okay. Yes. So I'll come back to the questions, please. Let me just finish this. So yeah, so I'll close this, and I will then wrap it up by just telling Python to return the response choices. Response choices. Oh sorry. Response choices. Then set it this settings should come in default. Okay, okay, yeah. Message content. Okay. So I'll just have to have a second look at what I've written if it follows. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and run this. So if I'm not mistaken, this would not this is going to throw an error. And why it threw apart from even the indentation, why it would throw an error is because, oh wow, the indentation was not there. Interesting. I think apart from that, the indentation is not there, and I explained what indentations are. They're basically just space. When you write this, when you're writing a DEF, when you're about to build a function, there's supposed to be an indentation. So I'll go here. Yeah, so the indentation is there, but it will still throw an error, which I'm very much expecting. And yeah, okay, so this is not even still the error I'm expecting. This is not even still the error I'm expecting, but it's supposed to still throw an error. It's supposed to throw an error. Wait, so let me just fix this. Let me just fix this. Okay, okay, okay. Um, okay, okay. Um, expecting. Okay, let me run this and say again. So I think this okay invalid text okay, okay, interesting. Let me remove this. Oh, okay, so unexpected indents. Okay, so this should work now. No, no, no. It should. This is wrong. Okay, so it's supposed to follow with the brackets. Apologies, trying to make sure to see where the error is coming from. Okay, so yeah. So then let me try it again. Let me try and write the return response. Interesting. I think this indentation is coming from here. Okay, let's see. I'll not be used within a function. Yes, I'm not using it within a function. Let me check the chat if anybody has found what I probably am missing. I'm missing out. Um, maybe you should learn data types. You can understand better. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that would help. And what else? Let me try and fix this. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So return. Easy still throwing me. I think I'll have to run. I'll have to run all this code. I have to run all this code so that I would not be getting the error I'm getting. Let me copy then. Because initially, why the error I was actually expecting is because I did not install. I don't have all this pre-installed, so I was typically expecting Collab to throw me an error that I don't have any of these packages installed. So why am I trying to run the code? So of course, if you're familiar, you would understand why this is going to happen. If you are not familiar, thing is when I started the notebook all over again. Sorry, excuse me. I was supposed to run each lines, especially the ones that has to do with the installing of the organ face of trying to put in the key. Ideally, I don't even think this key is going to work because I know I had already deleted. I always delete my keys, so I would have to I would have to go and generate another key. And I am sure I explained we have to change keys because of for security purposes, especially when I've exposed the key that I'm using publicly, I would typically just go and delete it. Because once you have access to my key, that means you have access to my account, so to say. So just because this is obviously public, the videos are public, I would always have to go and generate a new key. If you're still confused on how to generate keys from Hugging Face, please check out the videos where I demonstrated that, and I'm very sure my colleague also she explained that. So I'm just trying to generate a new key. I'll soon be done with that. Trying to generate a new key. I'll soon be done with that. Yes, because of security sake, I have to do this every time because I don't know who is going to use my key. Okay, so I'll go back to I'm coming back to the notebook. I'll come back to the notebook. I'll come here. I'll change this because I deleted it. Sorry. So I'll just delete this. Add a new key. Still save it as Hugging Face token. Save it as Hugging Face token, and yeah, copy here. Copy this. Access. Provide access. Yep, access to the notebook. So this should work now. So I'll go ahead and run this again. Okay, so I'll install Hugging Face up again. Okay, so that's all. So I'll import the OS so it sees my key, and I'll import these libraries. So that's basically all. I don't have to run all this again. I don't have to run all this again because I mean, one we are not basically using this. We're not building on this. What was essential for me to run was the part for the token, the part for the Hugging Face, to install the Hugging Face, to connect my environment to my API key. And yeah, and that's all. So I think I'll just go ahead and continue. I'll continue with this. So again, I would write, okay. So again, questions and answers, questions and answer, questions and answers. Oh, apologies. So I'll try and be very fast with what I'm doing. So yeah, I think I will just okay. I think this time I will just allow. I'll just allow Hugging Face. Why am I still getting this? Why am I still getting this? This is not supposed to happen. Maybe I'll just go ahead and like copy the code so I don't have to waste so much time. I don't have to waste so much time. Please give me a sec. Network is pretty very slow for me. Okay. So I'll okay here. Okay, so okay, I hope we're following. So I think I want to change this my context here. I want to change my context. I don't want to use this context. So I want to change this context to you are you're an helpful assistant that provides answers to questions being asked. I think I said provide references to all the questions, provide questions to questions you answer, to answers you provide, sorry, to answers you provide. Okay, so this should, oh yeah, this is good. My indentations are well set. My indentations are well set, so I would assume this should go well. So let me run this. Okay, so this should go well. I would use this other line of code to set what I want. So answer equals yep, yeah. So answer equals so I'll come here just to waste our time. I'll copy what I already defined this function as here. So it's to be able to, yeah. So no, I don't want capital of France. I think it's something I cliche I used to use as cliche every time. Let me just complete this. Let me just use the tab to complete the code. But let me ask it a more compelling question. What? Okay. Let me ask it to explain ex explain the meaning of generative AI. Explain the meaning of a generative AI and its relevance. And its relevance. So yeah, print answers. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, generative AI, an overview. Generative AI refers to, gives me the answer and it provides it provides so this is not providing me it's not providing me references. It's not providing me references. Interesting. So I'll go here and adjust this. Let me go here. So I think maybe it's because of the kind of questions I'm asking. Let me check. Network is bad. Please can yes I you need yeah. Okay. Quick one, please. Can someone give me like a question to ask? Very difficult question, something that would at least require reference. Something that require reference. If you're following, I'm waiting for you. Oh, you could not hear me, please. I hope you can hear me. Sorry, Isaac Kayode, what do you mean by flow? Oh, what is apocalyptic reference standards from medical text? Interesting. I like this. Maybe because of my bias of being a pharmacist. Let's ask. Sorry, Kayode, what do you mean by flow chart? What do you mean by flowchart symbols when using? Is it possible to make use of flowchart symbol when using Python? Flowchart symbol when using Python? Please, can you explain? Can you explain? Let me try this. I pull glycemia. What I pull glycemia reference standard. Standard medical in med instant in standard medical text. Okay, let's run this. What happens when you see lightning doing? I don't think I don't think this will provide I don't think this will provide reference for me exactly. So this is what I was trying to get. Can you see how it provides reference? Because I told you to provide reference to every answer I give. So this is what I was trying to achieve, right? Trying to show you how you can, you can tweak this, and this is all about in how you prompt on how you prompt these models to provide answers for you. So basically, that's what I was just trying to achieve. So questions that we provide. Please, Isaac, I'm still trying to I'm still waiting on the question on what you mean by flowchart symbols, please. So yeah, I think this question would just do for now. But since we already understand what we're trying to achieve, and okay, so please, my screen is blurry. It's probably because of the network. It's probably because of the network, right? So please, just can you run this on Gradio, please? What exactly are you asking if I can run on Gradio? All right, so let me go ahead. I think I don't have to. I think I'll just jump. I'll jump a bit and let's see if how we can build like a summarization app on Gradio. Summarization app in the sense of that we'll upload our text, our PDF, right? And we'll be able to build something of it. Please, how do we get to Gradio? Oh, okay. So I think I'll just move. That's why I think I'll just move with the last one that was the last part of the notebook, which is all about summarization, building like a summarization app with Gradio as our interface. Sorry, let me. This is supposed to summarization. Summarization app with Gradio. So I think with this, first off, what I want to achieve with this summarization app is to build like an interface that would allow me upload PDFs. The cell is not running on my head. It's saying error. It's saying name error. Melly, can you tell me the error? What's the error? It is. Oh, interesting. What is the error it is throwing? Oh, okay. Flowchart symbols like terminal magnetic disk flow line instead of emojis. So interesting. Why would you want to do this, Coyote? Why? What's the what endpoint are we using this for? Do I understand you? But I want to know what endpoint are we using this for? So sorry. Can someone explain what line of code is actually giving you the error? Question question answer are not defined. Question answer are not defined. Oh, okay. Is it the last is it from the question and answer part that has to do with you stating the kind of questions you want to ask, Melly? Okay, so I mean, mine is a bit clear. This Wow, it would have been so nice if you could share your screen with me so I can see what it is. But please just go ahead and look at. Let me highlight this so you would be able to see how I wrote mine and how it is working. So please just check again, run it. So why? Okay, I think I understand why it's saying client not defined. Remember that I explained initially that you were supposed to, because we started the notebook again. You have to start. You have to go back and start running everything from scratch. I think yes, go back. That was the error I was expecting, right? And I wanted to explain to you guys. So go back and rerun the whole notebook from scratch. You can skip. You can skip all these parts that we worked on yesterday. But you need to install the main. You need to install the Hugging Face up again. Run this part that allows Collab have access to our API key. Run this part too that has to do with us importing the inference client. So when you do this, it would not show you that error again. So try it, please. Try it, please. So and let me know if you try it and it works well, then we're good to go. Please try it and let me know. But that should be what should be what is causing the issue for the client is not defined. So you have to run it again. Can we make it faster and easy to comprehend rather than the use of emojis? I don't understand. Oh, sorry. Okay. Uh, Flowchart in use of terminal, magnetic disk flow line, etc. instead of emojis. Can the questions be random? Yes, of course. The questions are. I'm sorry, Kyle. I still don't get right, but I would really much appreciate if you can send me a DM on LinkedIn about what exactly you're trying to ask for. Apologies. You can send me a DM on LinkedIn about what you're trying to ask for, so I can get the actual concept. So I can get the actual content or concept you're trying to imagine. Shagun, those having errors should rerun the software. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to explain. So if you're having those errors, please rerun it because you need to install. You don't have to. You just have to like the part you just need to run. Like I'll explain again. Is this part of this part of the cell that has the collab importing the token, installing the organ face up, then importing the OS, and also this the part of the set that has the importing of the OS, and also installing the organ face or package and the inference client from the organ face of that is mine is still showing name error. Interesting, name error. Please, has anybody done what I asked and it actually now works? Name error. Why is this? No, you're not supposed to get name error anymore. If you do exactly what you're supposed to run on there, okay. Yes, click on run or select restart section. Yeah, you can do that too. Exactly, it is working after running those parts you talked about. Yes, you can do that. Why I don't want you guys to run on is because it's just going to take time. So I just want you to run the particular part that actually matters. All right. Okay, so I think I'm good to go. Please, Isaac Kayode, please reach out to me on LinkedIn, please. I want to really understand what you mean. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, what's my LinkedIn username? Bashiruddin Opeyemi. Bashiruddin Opeyemi. You can just check my name. Bashiruddin Opeyemi. All right, so I think I can go ahead now, right? Can I continue? Please, if you're having error, please do what I said you should do. Okay. So Clement, maybe you can just explain on the chat how you were able to go about it. Maybe you can just explain how you're able to go about it for people to still understand. All right, Kaidi, thank you. Okay, so I want to know if I should continue, please. Yes, it's working now. Okay, fine. But I think I'll take it as yes, we've all sorted it out, and I can continue. The network issue is a big inconvenience for this class. Apologies about the network. Yeah, it can be a lot. I hope it's not coming from my end because I think my network is fine. Right. I think my network is fine. So we'll go ahead with this whole summarization app. Okay, so first off, since I'll be dealing with uploading PDFs, I would want to install I want to install a package that allows me to be able to install PDFs, more like read PDFs, to be able to read PDFs on Python, so to say. Right. So I'll go ahead by pip installing that, pip install, and we have that written. We have that in the notebook that was shared. Pip install Py PDF. There are different. Interestingly, there are different. There are different packages for reading PDFs on Python. So like I had explained, right? Like there are different. There are a lot and a lot of libraries and packages that would help. For those having errors, can copy and paste to the error. Yeah, that would help. But I think everyone is having issues with trying the client's inference. So they have to restart the code. They have to not restart, well, restart the code or run those cells that were those cells of yesterday, the ones I like dead. Right. So I'll go ahead with the old Gradio part. So I've installed a packet that will help us to be able to be able to read PDFs on Python. So I'll go ahead and interestingly, I was even supposed to pip install Gradio. Yeah, I was supposed to pip install Gradio because if I don't pip install Gradio, I think an error will come. So let me pip install Gradio. Pip install Gradio. Yes. So if you're following with me, please, you also should pip install Gradio because now we're trying to develop a summarization app with Gradio. I've explained what Gradio is. All right, like that's done. So let me zoom out a bit so I'll be able to. So from PDF, from Py PDF, yeah, so I can just complete that from PyPDF, import PDF reader and import Gradio as GR. So yes, with that I can go. So I would also want to state the kind of model I'll be using. So I'll still be using the Llama model. I think I model ID. I think I trust the Llama model for now. Model ID equals, so I would use the Llama model. I use the Llama model. Okay, so I'll go here and I'll just paste it. Interesting. It's going to throw me error. I'll put it in double quote. Can I use double quote? Can I use single quotes? Any of the quotes. So yeah, so I've been able to set that. So my model ID, the model I'll be making use of, is still the meta model. Please, sir, can the notebook be on the description of the video? I have not been able to follow because I don't know where to find the link. Please, can someone help with uploading the link to the notebook, please? Wait, let me reach out. Let me reach out to. Let me reach out to one of the assistants to help with that. Okay, so you should get the link to the notebook attached soon. Okay, you should get it very soon. And yeah, so I'll just continue with the summarization app. So I would want to write a function that would help to extract the text from the PDF first off. So I'll put it in quotes. So extracting text from PDF, put it in comments rather, extracting text from PDF. So and I'll start with okay, notebook is yeah, thank you. It's an LMS. So I'll start with building a function to do that. Interestingly, you see that most of the times we have to like build functions for most of the tasks we're doing. Yeah, that's the Python way. So extract PDF text here. So I'll save that as file path. Save that as file, put that as file path, then put my colon. Yeah. Then and set the reader to be equals to PDF PDF reader PDF reader also set the file path set the file path right. So then for chunks, so basically for chunks is just to make sure that oh it's not going to read them all together, it's going to take them bit by bit, right? It's going to take them bit by bit, so not to avoid avoid the um the reader crashing. So bit by bit, take it step by step. So chunks. Please, I might not be able to answer any of the questions till I'm done with this. Till I'm done with this, but I'll be explaining as I'm going. Then setting them for pages. For pages in reader. The pages, okay, in pages, yeah. Then put my colon and then text equals. So it to be able to extract extract the text. Interestingly, I would have said we should take this as an assignment, but let's just make sure that we do this in class. So extract text that you see, or maybe text in quotes. Sorry, this is not even something. Yeah, this is clear, so not pages. Yeah, sorry. And also set for the chunk. Set for the chunks, then append text. Okay, so this is then for the text. And yeah, so basically what I'm just trying to do with this is that when it separates the text like from chunks, like I said, we can, so that it doesn't crash. So we are going to be extracting the text from the PDF in chunks so that it doesn't crash, so that it still makes actual sense after the chunks is still merge them together, right? So that's what this is doing. That's what the join chunks is basically going to be doing. right? So yeah, so that's good to go. Okay, then return. So I'll just return this function. Return join text split. Okay, so this should this should be good to go. I'm getting okay, yeah. I'm just trying to spot a hand. So that was my clue. So like I explained, when you see like a red line, that means okay, there's something wrong with that code. Then you need to like have a so another function I will be building. Another function I'll be building is function for to summarize the text to summarize text in LLMs, right? So that's another function I'll be building. So I'll go ahead summarize text. Should I do it now? I don't want it to complete it before it goes ahead and start generating things it's not supposed to. So um yeah. So the text obviously will be passed in strings. So it's good to state that and set the max chair. Set the max chair to and yeah, I think should I let me put that. What did I use the last time? Let me okay. Yeah, this should be good. And also set the so I'll just go here. Yeah. Apologies, just please follow. I'll still explain what it is. I'm just trying to make sure that we are okay here. Remove this. I'll still explain this. So this is we already understand. So this is just to um from the joining of the this should be in split from the joined chunked and PDF that it extracts. So still trying to tell the LLM the LLM itself is this model. Please, this is the LLM. Let me put this in brackets so that we would understand. Up, I said brackets. Sorry, in comments. This is the LLM, that language model. This is it. So how you should pass the text? How you should pass the text to the model? Setting it to 12,000, right? And also setting it that oh the text this is it. This is the text you should expect. So I will now go ahead. I'll go ahead and set the roles of the model and the user rules too, which is something we're already familiar, something that we're familiar with. I'm saying this familiar with now because it's something we've been talking about since for every specific use case that I've been treating. So this is not a Python thing. This is not a Python thing right now. This is not a Python thing right now. This is this is not a Python thing right now. The content is not correct. So I'm trying to check the. Oh, so please, if you're still asking for my LinkedIn, please you can check for my name. My LinkedIn is my name, right? So you can reach out to me there. Yeah, thank you. So that I do not waste our time. So I'll just continue with this, please. So So I'll set the role. So this is going to take a lot of time. I'm thinking of going to our previous notebook to just extract. This is going to take a lot of time to just extract the code that was used. Yeah, this is going to take a lot of time. So I don't waste our time. Apologies. Hmm. Okay. So but I'll still explain. I'll still explain everything, please. I'll still very much explain, so that nobody is lost. Okay. So basically, what I did, I had to go and copy for the system. So set the role of the system, which is setting the role for the LLM, right? Setting the role for the LLM. Oh, sorry, I have to go on top. Setting role for the LLM. Setting rule for the LLM, just for us to understand. Then also setting rule for the user, which is us, right? Setting rule for the user. Setting rule for the user. All these have actually been provided. I think it's just the same code that I used that was sent to us that I used. So I don't have to go ahead and start writing because this is actually going to take a lot of time. This is going to take a lot of time. So the content is still not correct. Sorry, Grace, can you sorry, what content are you talking about? Miriam, we'll still do a summary, we'll still give a brief recap of what we are doing. Grace, please, can you explain the content you mean? I'll be waiting for you to get back to me on that. Thank you. So yeah, then so setting the role for the user, setting the role for the LLM, se- setting the role for the user, setting the role for the LLM, then the response. Then for the response, right? This is it. This rest is still response, please. The same way we've actually been doing it, and the same way we've actually been doing it and doing it, and nothing. The code is showing connecting. I close the file. Okay, I'll get back to. I will try and solve that. I'm coming. Let me run mine. Let me run mine. So I would run. Let me run this. Oh, okay. Sorry. Another thing I should have explained is the PDF to summary. So these are just like guardrails, just in case it's not getting, just in case it's not getting the PDF set well, the app. So this is like trying. This is like a conditional statement, right? If PDF is known, again, if you don't understand conditional statements are like set of rules that you write you write when you're building, trying to look for a very simple way to explain conditional statements. But just like the literal meaning, conditional statements, you are just trying to, it's just a set of rules that the Python code or the Python compiler in this case should follow. Like now, if PDF file is none, return please upload the PDF. Meaning that if the actual user does not, if the actual user does not upload a particular note, a particular PDF, tell them to upload. then the raw text should actually be the raw text that it gets from the PDF is the extracted PDF text, which we've already set that when we're trying to talk about churning. If no raw text, if no raw text is identified, that's for this raw underscore text dot strip. Return could not extract text from the PDF, right? Then we crown it all with summarize text LLM, that's raw text, which is referring to this, meaning that what our model has summarized, return it back to me. So these are just sets of guardrails that would help, right? So I'll go. Sorry, I'm not supposed to. I'll delete this. So the next thing now is now to focus on building the app with Gradio, right? So I would not waste time again. I will just go and follow what we already have, the code that we already have. But I'll still explain what each is doing. I'll still explain what each is doing. So again, so now, right? Gradio it's a Python a Python web interface, right? But there are still ways to like customize the appearance and all. So that is basically what this is doing. So we're building like the blocks of how it should look like. Again, if you're very familiar with Streamlit, you understand how when you're building a Streamlit, if you're familiar with Streamlit, please, if you do not know Streamlit, please, I advise you check it out. I'll advise you check it out. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit too technical right now, but yeah. So there's a way we would have to like customize how the interface should be, and basically this is what is just happening. How we want the interface should to be. So we set the blocks, and it will be titled as a PDF summarizer, as yeah. Then set the markdown, basically what should be under the PDF summarizer, right? Then also like set the buttons and the markdown and make them clickable. So all these things are just basically gotten from the documentation from Gradio. You can check out Gradio document. You can check out the Gradio if you're very technical. You can check out Gradio documentation. So you can even see how to customize Gradio itself. Right. So all these basically, I do not have to explain this because all these are just gotten from Gradio documentations. They are gotten from Gradio documentation. So you can just Google Gradio documentation. You will see how they would advise on, okay, you're trying to set the app to look at this way. This is the code that you can use and all that. So you can get all this from the documentation and just basically customize it to your use case. Right. So I'll go ahead and run this. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll now launch the app. So since I've already said, since the app is a demo, which is what I'm setting it as, app PDF summarizer as demo. So I'll go ahead and launch. I'll go ahead and launch the app. So this is it. This is the app coming up. I will just click on this link. This running okay, I don't want to because it will take me outside from what I'm sharing. So I don't think I have a PDF here. So I think I will just quickly download the attention is all you need paper. I'll quickly download the attention is all you need paper. Please give me a sec. Let me quickly download that. The paper is in PDF. Okay, so save that. So yeah, so I can download. What is? I don't even know. Okay, sorry, it's still downloading. Apologies. Yeah, it's still downloading. The paper is still downloading. We'll have to wait a bit. But yeah, you can actually test it with your any PDF you have with you. I just want to continue with attention is all you need paper, since basically that's what I've been using so far. Um, PDF PDF download. Why am I not getting it? Okay, yeah, this should work. I'm trying to download the paper, so it's taking a bit of time. Probably it's my network. Probably it's my network. Give it time to download. Um, Let me look at the question while that is down. Let me look at what is happening in the chat while that is downloading. Please, can someone share the notebook here? I hope the notebook has been shared. Yes, Shegun says yes, very familiar with Trinity and Flags. It's all making sense now. Fine, thank you. I didn't get I didn't get the gradual part, please. Oh, okay. So please, Clement, what part of the graduate do you not get? I know I spoke about graduate documentation. Interesting. Let's even have a look. Let's have a look on. I don't. Maybe I'll still after the class, right? I'll explain graduate documentation so that I would open graduate documentation so we can see. But basically, what I was just trying to say is that how you can customize your graduate app, right? So basically, think of how you can customize your front end app. You can also customize Gradio apps, but because it's already pre-built, it's already like a pre-built web interface. So Gradio provides documentation on how to customize the app itself, right? Screen not visible. Please, can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now? Is it visible now? Why is this paper taking so much time to download? Okay, it's visible now. Okay, so I hope it downloads now. I'll be downloading, but apology if it does not download. Mine is summarized attention. Mine has summarized attention is all you need paper. Oh wow, congrats. Why man? I'm trying to. I'm still trying to download the PDF. Congrats, Melly. That's nice. On one to rewatch. Yeah, please rewatch. You will definitely understand. Okay, fine. I think I have the paper downloaded now. Congrats to me too. So yeah, I'm uploading. Sorry, Oluwaseun, what are you saying no, sir, to, please? Oh, okay. So what I was trying to say is that you can with Gradio's documentation, you can see how you can customize your Gradio interface to appear how you want it to be, how to basically customize this. So you can read the documentation and you see how to customize this to very cool interactive app to how you want it to be, right? Basically. Sorry, could it be network issue? It's not playing from my end. Sorry, please. What do you mean by it's not playing from? What do you mean by what is not playing from your end? Though? Let me know so that everybody is well carried along. What is not playing from your end? Okay, so I'll click. Let me click on summarize now. Okay. Interesting. It had already summarized the key findings and all. Oh, okay, nice. So you'd see so now you can see that it's working, right? If you've gotten to my has been connected since I ran the answer code. I have been unable to do anything. No code is running. Sorry, Genevieve, can you explain again? Like what exactly? So, is your network good? Because if your network is good, then it should run. But are you getting any error? It could probably come from your network, but if you are getting any error, please let me know. And the Lord is my strength. So, I mean, yeah, we've built the PDF summarizer, and you can upload any PDF to it, and it will work. It will work fine. Personally, for me, I use Streamlit most of the time because Streamlit is very much easy. It's so slick to customize, right? It's so slick to customize. That's why I actually I'm actually lost at the Gradio interface code. Where exactly, please, are you lost? It's showing connecting since for all the codes around. My network is good and stable. So what you would do, cancel, delete the runtime, then restart again. Delete runtime, then restart again. If you don't know how to do that, I can show you how to do that. So you can just click on this. If you see my screen now, you can just click on this restart section, or restart section and run, or disconnect and delete runtime, then I'll run everything. It will work. It will work. It will work. It will work better. Okay. So now I'm about to move to the very interesting part. Oh, before I do that, I want us to. I think I have to charge my laptop. Oops. Give me a second, please. So sorry. Give me a second. I'm trying to. Before we move to the second part, I want to show us how um I want to show us how Streamlit gradual interfaces. So, share screen. Share screen. Okay, share. Um, graduate doc. So I want to show us our graduate doc. So this is graduate documentation. I hope you can see my screen. Please, I hope we can see my screen. I deleted the runtime and rerun it now. It works better. Okay, thank you very much. So I just want to show us graduate documentation so we can appreciate how it looks. So this is graduate documentation. You can see for Python client, for JavaScript, for any third party. Because we are actually dealing with Python, so you can go here, you can look at it. Then you can read up on. You can see there are already like presets ways of writing it. How to build this kind of interface. This is the code for this. This is the code for that. I'm just showing us all that. It's not really our focus. I'm just trying to show us how we can customize Gradio. So yeah, basically you can just follow through the documentations, and you'll be able to see how to customize it. This is the documentation. And there's also a community. So if you have like questions you're trying to ask, another thing is you can use any of the LLM apps. Just design this interface. I want it to look like this and that, and you get what you want. Okay, so I think that's much about that. So first off, we're supposed to go to prompt engineering. We're supposed to go to prompt engineering now, but now this is a very interesting one. I will not be doing much code, I promise, but I cannot guarantee you the next class. We probably might start with coding from with on the next class. We probably might start with coding in the next class, and yeah. So for prompt engineering, I don't know if the prompt. Can someone just answer? Was the prompt engineering notebook shared with us? Please, can someone answer? Please, can someone answer? Though I'm going to. It was not shared. Okay, interesting. No, it was not shared. It was not shared. Okay, okay, to be shared with you. So basically, we will not really dwell on coding then. We'll not really dwell on coding. I'll just explain prompt engineering basically from my end. I'll just explain how prompt engineering works. So we'll share the notebook with you. So like I said, I promise we're not. Yeah, so like I said, I will not run any code. Maybe next week we'll dive into that. So from all the explanation we're making, you already understand prompting. You already understand what prompt is. Basically, I had explained prompt as the natural language that we use to query these large language models. Natural language in terms of that, our English, right? That is the natural language. And um, and of course, prompts to are seen as set of instructions. But interestingly, apologies for that. Interestingly, there are ways you would there's sometimes there's a which is something you must have witnessed. There are certain times that you'll be trying to come up with a prompt. You'll be trying to come up with a prompt, right? And you come up with this prompt, you give it to the large language model, and it doesn't really give you the answer. It doesn't give you the answer of how it should be, right? And one thing about prompt engineering is that it that helps us see how we can refine how the prompt should be. Helps us see how we can craft a very good prompt. It helps us see how we can craft a very good prompt. So yeah, okay, you're right. Okay, yeah. It helps us see how we can craft a very good prompt. And and there are steps at which you can craft a very good prompt, which is what I would want to share. This is it. So this is it. Please tell me if you can see my screen because I'm trying to show you ways to craft a very good prompt. Ways to craft a very good prompt. Hello, are we following? Please just let me know if you're following. Let me know. Please, if you're following, can you tell me? Okay, it can be seen. Or all right. So I would share this as a picture with us so we can understand, right? And and show us how we can even put it to practice. So first of all, when you're trying to craft a very good prompt and you want the LLM to do something, you want the LLM to do something, you know, to do a specific task without with little or no hallucination in code. Um, yeah. So first of all, we'll set the context for that, right? We'll set the context for that, and we'll start with setting up a context for that. And context is basically, okay, fine. You provide specific backgrounds, and you maybe provide maybe file resources that the LLM can actually like get to reference the tags. So you set the context of what you want to do, of what you're trying to achieve. Like, hey, I'm like, okay, let's say in terms of your project now, and your project is on AI generation, is on AI, generative AI for science, for health. Let's say for generative AI for health. Oh, I'm carrying out a research that has to do with generative AI for healthcare. And now you will now state, so the next on the list is now for tax. You will now state how you want the how you want the LLM to carry out the task. Okay, fine. The context is I'm trying to carry out a research for generative AI in healthcare. The task I want it to, you will now outline the specific task. Okay, what are the interesting what outline the interesting area in generative AI for healthcare, explain the relevant use case, right? And all that. Explain the relevant use case, how it can be applied, how it can make healthcare seamless. Also, you can use a persona, right? You can, and which is very nice. You can tell the LLM, just like how we used to say you are an assistant. That's how we said, or you are a PDF summarizer, or you are a sentiment analyzer. So that's how you can set persona for the model itself. So you are giving it a role to play. Basically, that's what setting persona is. So I've covered setting context, setting tags, and setting. You don't need to be lost. This is we are never writing any code. This is just we trying to understand. We just trying to understand the whole context of prompt engineering. Please, it's very simple. It's as simple as it gets. I'll be showing us like examples without having to write any code. I will just open Gemini, then we'll see. All right. So then tone, right? You can now set the tone. So I've been using an example of generative AI for healthcare. You can now set a tone of it should sound like how it should sound. Of course, because you're doing a research, you want the research to come maybe in terms of like someone that is in academic, someone that is a faculty member, someone that is a professor, something like that, right? Something like that. Then you can now like cite. So after setting tones, you can now cite examples. So we've talked about um zero shot prompts, or I don't know if I've talked about it or if my colleague spoke about it, but it's just like examples of um how the prompting should come, how we set promptings in terms of like fine tuning the model. We have examples of like zero shot prompts, few shot prompts, and all that, right? So basically, they're just like you trying to show examples of what is possible for the model to follow. Recap. Oh, sorry. Let me finish before I do a recap. The format. Now you can now state format basically has to do with how the model should um how the model should structure the response, right? Let's say, okay, give me the response in trying to think through. Give me the response in like 500 words, in 300 words, something like that, right? Yeah. So that is just what I'm trying to explain. So for a recap, we set a context. We type a context of what we want the model to do. We tell it the specific task we want it to carry out. We set up a persona, like give it like a role that you want it to play. Like the example that we've been using has to do with, oh, you are an AI, you're an AI professional, and this is what I want you, or you're an assistant, and this is what I want you to do, right? And you set the tone for it, how you want it to carry out the research. You want it to be professional. You want it to maybe even sound like maybe for like a social media, or let's say you want it to have maybe a Gen Z tone to it, right? So all those things. Then you can set examples of how the research should come up, right? How the research should come up and all that. Then the format is okay. Oh, this research are carrying out, give it to me in this amount of words and all. So the principle of prompt engineering, just helps us to be able to craft out very good prompts for the LLMs to give us very precise answers that we want, right? So that's just it. It's that simple as that. Very simple and straight and very very much straight to the point. So I will just do a bit of demo. I'll do a bit of demo and I'll do a bit of demo so where I can actually now explain all this. So let me open my Gemini app. Gemini. So you can flow it. You can actually now like flow with me. So this should actually be done. This should actually be done. We should be doing this with on on code with Python, but no, I want us to understand it. Basically, just writing prompts. So this is just basically how to craft like very good prompts. So I want to do a compare and contrast. So I can just say, uh, write an article for me on generative AI. On generative AI for healthcare. I just want to show us the difference of how it look. So now I'm just writing for healthcare, right? This is just straight to the point. But I want to now show us, okay, fine. It's I'm even using basically I'm not even supposed to use the pro. I'm using the pro, so it's probably going to reason and give me something very much detailed. So I'm not going to use this. I'll share and I'll start with another one again where I'll not be using the pro. I'll just use the flash because remember the pro allows the pro models actually have like we call them reasoning models. They can reason and give you very good precise answer. But that's not what I'm trying to achieve. I just want to show us. So you can see how straight to the point is. I didn't really give it a sense of direction. It show AI revolution in healthcare, a a new era of innovation, and just giving me the context, and it even generates an image from you. Fine, quite all right. Straight to the point. Please, can you see my screen? Please, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, okay, okay. So now, right, this is just a straight to the point, nothing. Now, I don't want us to do this with we do this with the principle of prompt engineering. Let's now compare how detailed our prompt is to this, right? So now I've created another one. So now for context, remember the topic is literally on generative AI for healthcare. So based on what I explained on context, please zoom. Okay, please, can you see now? Can you see it now? Okay, I hope you can see it now. So context, my screen quality, this is actually, I think it's the network. Oh. See, I've zoomed it to the highest. Okay, we can follow now. So for context, I would just say, oh, I'm writing an article on generative AI for healthcare. Then tax, or I can just, okay, the tax is even to write me an article. So let's just say let's remove this. So context, generative AI for healthcare tax, write me an article. Write me an article that explains. Write me an article that explains the impact generative AI on has on healthcare. Right. Okay. Then for persona, for what I explained, for persona, I want I for persona I want it to act as, an AI expert. You are an AI expert. You're an AI expert who is well grounded. Who is well grounded in who is well you're an AI expert who is well grounded in healthcare. In healthcare. Yeah. Straight to the point. I don't need to faff around with this. So, and the tone, now, how to do something very, very, very unique. I can say the tone, I want it to give let's say the tone should come like a Gen Z, right? Use Gen Z tone, use Gen Z with slang. Right, right. We're just thinking outside the box. Examples. Let's say examples like Gen AI. Let me talk about how Gen AI for healthcare really bangs. Really bangs hard when it comes to helping patients. When it comes to helping patients. That's just one example, right? I think I'll put this in quotes. So example, so this is me setting like an example for the tone. The example can be set in any way. Then um the article should be in a 500 words, or let's say 500 characters, characters, character, characters. So you see, I've set the tone, I've set the context, I've written the task, the persona, the tone, giving like an example of how I want the tone should sound to sound, then giving like a format, right, of how it is, of how it is. Is this text to image? No, I'm just trying to set. Okay, we can add audience, Bloomer, Gen Z. Yeah, thank you. Let's do that. Audience, let's do that. Thank you very much. Audience, Bloomer. Let's see. Our audience are Gen Z, is not Bloomer. Audience Gen Z. Although the audience already tells in the tone of what I want, right? And also just a note, you don't have to follow all this, these are just like rule of thumb to help you crafting the right prompts, right? This is what will help. This is what will help. We help in crafting the right prompt. So now I will just go ahead. My screen is still very blurry. Are you sure? Because I had to check YouTube and I can see like the videos are coming clear. So that should probably be from your network. Apologies, please. So I'll just go ahead and I'll just submit this and run this. So let me see how it generates the text for me. So can you see how the article is? It's how it is even sounding. Yo, generative AI is seriously eating different in healthcare. It is not just cute tech and trend, it's game changer. Think less weighted, more precise healthcare. It's a whole mood. So you see how it is sounding. So because I said, you see how it is sounding straight to the point, because I've already described how I want it to be, and how I want it to be and how it is coming out, right? It's giving me the old Gen Z vibe. It's giving future is now energy, bringing better, faster, and more precise care. Gen AI for healthcare really bangs hard. When it comes to helping patients. So you see, it's not like basically straight to the point, because I mean, it helps like. Oh, sorry, go back to that. So yeah, um you can spot the difference, and you can just like really tell how it is. So prompt engineering, in summary, prompt engineering just makes sure that we have a straight to the point, or a very precise answer, a very precise completion, a very precise inference when we have to do with large language models, right? So, I mean, that's all for that. Initially, I was supposed to go to the coding, to the prompt engineering, and was supposed to have like an assignment, but we would not. I'm giving this one as an explainer. So, next section when my colleague comes, so we are clear for now. This week we are good to go, no assignments, right? I thought someone will be rejoicing about hearing no assignment, but please practice what you've learned. Just rewatch all the videos so that you'll be able to understand and follow. So yeah, that's that about that. And let me that's that about that. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and give like a recap, like my usual. Show my face after the section and talk about what we've learned, and talk about what we've learned. So Yeah, okay, now you can see my face. So we've gone through trying to remember because I've said a lot. Prompt engineering has come to my head. Interesting. So we talked about um we built a PDF summarization app with Gradio, saw how we can customize Gradio interface, right? And we also spoke about yeah, we spoke about PDF summarization. Please, can someone help me in the chat? Question and answer. God bless you. Question and answer. And also, I gave an intro on prompt engineering. We talked about the use of sets for when you to craft a very good prompt. You come up with the context, you come up with the tags, you come up with the tone, you cite several examples you want, come up with a persona, then come up with I'm trying to remember, come up with the right format, right? Right. So yeah, so that's it. So yeah, please, right, let's go back and reflect on what we've learned. No assignments. Let's go back and reflect. But of course, audience too, thank you very much. The person who mentioned audience. Yeah. So please let's go back and reflect on what we've learned during the week. Please, if you do not understand, and please reach out to me. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Although yeah, reach out to me on LinkedIn, and if you want, if you're trying to understand a particular concept and you do not get clear, then I can explain there. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're even finishing earlier today. Yesterday, I know I took a lot of us time. I took extra time yesterday, so just look at today as me compensating for that. And we started early today, so that's very good. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your week. Can you please show me your Gradio code again, please? Oh, okay. Please hold. I'll just use. Okay. So this is my Gradio code, just in case you're trying to see it, right? This is it. I'll highlight it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, I must confess, ever since we started prompt engineering, is the only course I can relate with the rest. Oh, um, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I mean, because we'll know, it's just to like understand the context of it. I get the fact that you probably maybe we're not following because of you were not interested in like the coding parts, right? So I understand, but please doesn't mean that you will not be interested in coding the coding part. So so thank you very much. Right, this is the end of the class. For prompt engineering, the notebook will be shared with us as against next week. Right, so next week we'll be meeting with Jumobi. Right, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Do enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah.